Hey folks, Carl here, Blair is over there. We are in new shop. Space.
Big.
It's huge.
White.
3 lifts.
I mean, it is, strictly speaking, it is white.
Yes, it is huge. The walls haven't been on fire in this century. We got birds and an air conditioning unit that leads to the shop. We have nice, pleasant audio from the birds and air conditioning. Air conditioning.
Wait, this place is air conditioned?
That's what that is.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a big air conditioning unit out there. Calm yourself. Calm yourself. Good thing he's off camera right now. So, yeah, good lighting. 3 air compressors, 3 lifts, and more space than we know what to do with. Also, I've got my Gucci big toolbox here for all the funsies. So, red car, it's running, driving. We had issues with wideband, so today we're putting a new wideband in it. These are the X series gauges from AEM. They're thinner. They're the standard 2 and whatever. They're the standard 2 and 1/16 inch mounting cup, or 52 millimeter if you're in the non-US. These things are great. There's one issue with them: the mounting studs. This is a brand X gauge, and the mounting studs aren't in there, but they go in those 2 holes. So, the conundrum with these is if you're putting in a regular mounting pod, the studs are not near long enough, nor do they actually come out to where most gauges mount. So those 2 holes, those 2 studs. So they don't line up in regular gauge pods, and I think AEM has pods for these or whatever. So we're trying to mount them in, these are the OEM pods for the dash on these cars for the boost gauge. So you can see, there's the one mounting hole, there's the other. Here's my solution. I backed this one with 2 washers because the material there was getting thin, because this was previously hogged out to fit the wiring for the previous gauge. So if you can see, those studs are nowhere near long enough, and they're also not in the right space. So my solution is this little plastic bit comes with the gauges. It's a horseshoe that's supposed to clamp it into whatever gauge face you're using. Drilled a hole through the center, added a bit of all thread, 2 nuts on either end, Loctited, and I even swedged them in a vise so they don't rattle out. That goes a little something like that. So we're not pressing up against the back of the gauge face in the center, where I'm sure there's a fancy electronic circuit board in there of some sort. Putting 2 washers, 1 on either end. These nuts, which are too large for the studs, but doesn't matter. That little thing, I did clip each end off so it fits. And then on final assembly, these will also be Loctited. There. Now it's a single center mount, which it may still rotate eventually, but this is a better solution than just not being able to get it in there or trying to tape here for a press fit or whatever. So here's the OE gauge. Mounts like this to the dash, the bottom of the dash. Slide that in, get the center pin in, center bolt in. Looks a little something like that. I'm going to put a nut here and up here to sandwich it in. Going to Loctite them I don't think I'm going to be able to swedge them in there with the vise. Plus, they need to be removable in the future in case something happens to the gauges or upgrade to different equipment in another 20 years or whatever. So, hopefully that helps a few of you guys out. I love these gauges. They're great gauges, but that is so frustrating. I really wish AEM will come out with a piece that maybe brings them out to the sides so you just put them in a standard gauge pod without any worries or any issues. That'd be fantastic, but until then, this is a temporary solution. You could also use a piece of aluminum and bring them out here if you if you don't have any material to drill a center hole in a gauge pod. So, hope this helps some people. It's been kind of trying to figure out a nice simple solution for this for a few days now, and ta-da. The last car we did, it was a little bit of a mess, so hope that helps. Gonna get back to complaining about our regular scheduled program. Alright, thank you for watching. Remember, like, share, comment, subscribe. Tell me what gauges you run in your car. If you use AEM, you already know. But alright, have yourself a wonderful day.